Gurkha soldiers have one of the most feared reputations in modern military history. No gym, no machines, just their bodies, brutal terrain, and zero excuses. Today, you're stealing 5 of their actual training movements, and you don't need anything but your own body weight and a bit of grit to do every single one. Let's start with the one that shows up first, because in the field, it's the one that saves lives. Exercise 1. The casualty drag. This is the casualty drag. It's a real part of the battle physical training tasks Gurkha soldiers are put through, because on a real battlefield, dragging a wounded soldier to safety isn't optional. It's the job. Here's how to do it at home. Grab a heavy duffel bag, a weighted sled, or even a partner lying on a blanket or towel. Get into a low squat position, grip the load under the arms if it's a person, by the handle or strap if it's a bag, and drag it backward step by step, keeping your core braced and your back flat. Go for 20 to 30 meters if you have the space, or 30 to 40 seconds if you're working in a smaller area. Rest for 30 seconds. Repeat for 3 to 4 rounds. This single move hits your legs, your back, your grip, and your core all at once. And it teaches your body something a normal workout never will. How to produce force while moving backward, off balance, under real resistance. There's no clean form to hide behind here, just raw output under load. Feel that burn building through your hamstrings and lower back? Good. That's exactly what it's supposed to feel like. Exercise 2, the hill sprint. Exercise 2 looks simple. It isn't. Hill runs and interval sprints are a core part of the physical training Gurkha soldiers go through because flat ground fitness doesn't prepare you for mountains, and mountains don't care how fit you think you are. Every incline adds resistance. Your body can't cheat its way around. There's no coasting, no momentum to lean on. Just your legs, gravity working against you, and the choice to keep driving. Find the steepest hill, ramp, or staircase near you. Sprint up as hard as you can for 15 to 20 seconds. Walk back down slowly to recover. That's your rest. Repeat for 6 to 8 rounds. This is where most people's legs start shaking and their pride takes a hit. That's the point. Short, brutal efforts uphill build explosive leg power and a cardiovascular engine that flat sprints simply can't match because your body is fighting gravity on every single step, not just covering distance. If your legs are burning by round 4, you're doing it exactly right. And if round 6 feels impossible, remember, that's the exact wall Gurkha recruits hit too, and the only way through it is the same way they did one more round. Exercise 3. The selection. Pull up. You've probably done this exercise before, but you've never done it like this. The pull-up is one of the actual physical tests Gurkha recruits face during selection, alongside push-ups and an 800-meter run, under real pressure, with real consequences for failure. No warm-up sets, no second attempt if your form breaks down. Just one shot to prove your body can do what your mind is telling it to. Grab a pull-up bar, hands shoulder-width apart, palms facing away from you. Pull your chin fully over the bar, pause for 1 second at the top, then lower yourself under control. No dropping, no swinging, no using momentum to cheat the rep. That control on the way down is where most of the real strength is built. And it's the part almost everyone rushes through. Aim for as many clean reps as you can, rest 45 seconds, repeat for 4 rounds. If you can't do a full pull-up yet, using a resistance band or a chair to assist the movement pattern matters more than the number right now. Even 1 clean, controlled rep is worth more than 5 sloppy ones. This one's familiar. But remember, for a Gurkha recruit, this wasn't a gym exercise. It was one shot, under judgment, with their entire future riding on it. Somewhere in Nepal right now, a recruit is stepping up to a bar just like this one, knowing that this single movement could be the difference between the life he's dreaming of and the one he goes back to. Every rep you do here, you're borrowing a piece of that same pressure. Exercise 4, the rifle overhead. Carry. Soldiers carry their weapon everywhere, marching, climbing, crossing rivers, and it never leaves their hands. This exercise is inspired by exactly that. Load carried overhead, through real distance, under real fatigue. There's no setting it down when it gets heavy, no shifting it to a more comfortable position. It stays locked overhead, no matter how far the distance or how rough the terrain underneath. Grab something with a bit of length and weight, a broomstick with weight plates, a sandbag, or even a loaded backpack held overhead with both hands. Press it overhead, arms locked out, core tight, and walk. Keep your ribs down and don't let your lower back arch. That's the compensation your body will try to make the second your shoulders get tired, and it's exactly what you need to resist. Walk for 30 to 40 seconds, rest for 30, repeat for 3 to 4 rounds. Your shoulders will start shaking before your legs do. That's normal. This move exposes weaknesses that regular carries never touch, because keeping something stable overhead while you're walking demands total body coordination, not just raw strength. Every step forces your core, shoulders, and stabilizers to fire together, correcting for the smallest wobble before it turns into a lost rep. It's a small movement with nowhere to hide. Either you're locked in or the weight tells on you immediately. Exercise 5. The bayonet thrust lunge. This is the one I told you about at the start. Bayonet training is part of the basic training every Gurkha recruit goes through, a skill built for the exact moment a rifle runs empty and the fight isn't over. It's not about brute force. It's about closing distance fast, committing fully, and driving forward without hesitation, because in that moment, backing off isn't an option. Here's how to bring it into your training. Stand tall, 1 foot forward in a staggered stance, back heel slightly lifted, step forward into a deep lunge while driving both arms forward in a sharp thrusting motion, like you're closing distance on a target with everything you've got. Front knee tracks over your foot, back leg drives the power, and your core stays braced through the entire movement. Drive back to standing, reset your stance, and repeat on the same leg for 10 reps before switching sides. Do 3 rounds per leg. This move trains your legs, your core rotation, and your shoulders simultaneously, and it demands total commitment on every single rep. Half effort here means you fall out of position, lose your balance, or telegraph the movement before it's finished. That's exactly why this is the exercise that breaks people who thought they were already tough. It's not the heaviest movement on this list, but it's the one that punishes hesitation the most. If your legs are shaking and your lungs are burning right now, that's not a bad sign. That's the exact feeling Gurkha recruits pushed through to make it to the next stage, rep after rep, with no one telling them it would get easier. 5 exercises, 0 excuses. The casualty drag for total body power. The hill sprint for legs and conditioning. The selection pull-up for real upper body strength. The rifle overhead carry for total body stability. And the bayonet thrust lunge is the one that separates people who think they're tough from people who actually are. Do this full circuit 3 to 4 times a week. Not every single day your body needs recovery to actually get stronger. Stick with it for 6 weeks, and you won't just look different. You'll move differently. If this pushes you harder than you expected, that's exactly the point. Share it with someone who thinks they're tough, and hit subscribe if you want more of these dropping every week. See you in the next one.